Hi, I'm Indy and welcome to another episode of You Wanna Play Pathfinder and my series on how to play as your favorite characters from fiction with as little homebrew as possible. I'm about to start the most important part of any Pathfinder character, the concept. So while I'm doing that, you should go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel so more people can see what I'm doing out here. The version we're doing today is mostly inspired by his unreleased film appearance, so there's going to be a normal human who's good at his job, who ends up growing into an adventurer over a certain period of time after being whisked away into a magical fantasy life. Also, he drives. There's a lot of driving in this movie. And now it's on to our character's ABCs. A is for Ancestry. Once again, he's just a normal guy from New York, so Mario is a human. We'll say his heritage is versatile, so we can have the catfall feat. His Ancestry feat will be general training, giving us another free feat. This time we'll choose quick jump. We want Mario to be as Mario as possible right from the jump. B is for background. Being a plumber isn't a specific background, and laborer focuses more on carrying around heavy things, so we'll choose mechanic. The mechanic background gives him 2 ability boosts. One must be strength or intelligence, the other is free. We're going to go ahead and choose strength for his first one and constitution as the free one. It also gives you training in crafting and access to the engineering lore skill. You also gain the quick repair skill feat. C is for class, and just like my last build, Sonic the Hedgehog, we're focused on mobility, but this time we want to go for strength and damage. Still, that means that Mario is the same class as his biggest cultural rival, a monk. Before we start choosing our feats, let's get our last 4 ability boosts. We'll put those in strength, dexterity, constitution, and charisma. As far as our initial skill proficiencies, I chose acrobatics, athletics, diplomacy, and religion. At level 1, monks get Flurry of Blows, a 1-action ability that lets them take 2 attacks at once, and Powerful Fist, which changes their damage dice for their fists and makes them actually deadly. We're going to choose Monastic Weaponry as our class feat. Usually this is a background sort of feat that means that your monastery worked with a certain weapon, but this is how we're going to give Mario the access to giant hammers. We're going to give him a maul. Mauls are 2-handed weapons that have a d12 damage dice, just in case the d6 isn't good enough for you. At level 2, we choose the class feat Dancing Leaf. This lets us be able to high jump or long jump by 5 more feet, and we don't take any fall damage as long as we're adjacent to a wall. The skill feat we choose this level is Titan Wrestler. You can attempt to disarm, grapple, shove, or trip creatures 2 sizes larger than you, or up to 3 sizes larger than you if you're legendary in athletics. This means we can actually grapple and wrestle Bowser down. At level 3, we get a skill increase. We're going to go ahead and become an expert in athletics. We also get access to the general feat Powerful Leap. When we leap, we can jump 5 feet up with a vertical leap instead of having to take the DC, and you can increase the distance you jump horizontally by 5 more feet. All monks get incredible movement, which ups their speed by quite a lot, and Mystic Strikes, the ability to punch ghosts. At level 4, we can finally stomp on our enemies. Get the Flying Kick feat. It's a 2-action activity that lets us use our high and long jump to get to our enemy and attack from the air. You can also attack airborne enemies this way. Our skill feat will be Assurance. That way you can go ahead and roll that athletics check by just taking a 10 with your proficiency bonus. At level 5, we get another skill increase, so go ahead and become an expert in crafting. We also get another 4 ability boosts. Go ahead and put them in strength, dexterity, constitution, and wisdom. For our ancestry feat, go ahead and get general training so that we can get the trick magic item feat. This lets us actually use certain power-ups. All monks get alertness, which makes you an expert in perception, and expert strikes, which made you an expert in any weapon that you're proficient with. At level 6, go ahead and grab the class feat Whirling Throw. Basically, this gives you the ability to throw a creature up to 10 feet plus 5 feet times your strength modifier. And our skill feat this level will be Rapid Mantle, which lets you pull yourself up on ledges much easier. At level 7, we get another skill increase and raise your athletics proficiency to Master. Now that you're a master in athletics, you can get the Wall Jump skill feat, which is exactly what it sounds like. You can leap from wall to wall. Once you're legendary in athletics, you can jump up walls forever, essentially. We also choose our first Path to Perfection, and choose Fortitude for it. He's a pretty tough guy, Mario. At level 8, we learn how to drive carts. take the Trick Driver dedication, which gives you another lore, driving lore, which you automatically level up in as you go along. And now that we have that dedication, we can take the skill feat Power Slide, which essentially lets you drift while you're in a vehicle. On level 9, we're gonna raise our engineering lore to Expert. You go through a lot of pipes as Mario, so being able to tell where they lead is pretty handy. Our Ancestry feat will be Hardy Traveler. You're going to be constantly picking up consumables and special items, so you might want to be able to carry as many as possible. All monks get Metal Strikes, which lets you use your unarmed attacks as Cold Iron or Silver, and Monk Expertise, which raises your proficiency rank in your Monk class DC. At level 10, we get 4 more ability boosts. Go ahead and put them in Strength, Dex, Constitution, and Wisdom. Take the Archetype class feat, Take the Wheel, which lets you jump onto another vehicle and steal it from the driver. We'll also take the skill feat, Push It, which raises the speed of your vehicle after you've done a piloting check. At level 11, we get another skill increase, Raise your Acrobatics to Expert. We also get another general feat, Quick Swim, which lets you swim further after an athletics check. This is your second path to perfection, so go ahead and choose Reflex this time. At level 12, we'll take Drive by Attack. It's a one action activity that lets you drive by an enemy, and at any point during that movement, you can take a strike at them. Take the skill feat, Tweak Appearances. You can use a crafting check to make yourself more presentable in certain situations. Mario loves fashion after all. At level 13, we get another skill increase, so change your Acrobatics to Mastery. Your Ancestry feat will be Advanced General Training. So take the Kip Up feat, which lets you stand up as a free action. All monks get Graceful Mastery, which changes your defense to Master, and Master Strikes, which changes your proficiency with weapons to Master. At level 14, take the class feat Dodging Roll. This lets you use a reaction to gain resistance to any damage that would be coming your way. Also take the Quick Climb class feat, which lets you climb faster on an athletics check. At level 15, we get another skill increase, Raise your Athletics to Legendary. We also get 4 more ability boosts, so go with Strength, Dexterity, Wisdom, and Charisma this time. The general feat will be Cloud Jump. Cloud Jump lets you essentially triple the distance you would normally long jump and add more action to jump even further. This is our third path to perfection, so we're going to once again choose Fortitude, and all monks get Greater Weapon Specialization. This basically just increases the damage of any weapons that you're proficient with. At level 16, take the class feat Flinging Blow. This is a strike that, if they fail a Fortitude save, can push the enemy up to 10 to 20 feet away from you. We're also going to take the skill feat Assurance in Acrobatics, just so you don't have to risk any low rolls. At level 17, we're gonna become a master in crafting. And we're also gonna take the Ancestry feat Stubborn Persistence. If we were to become fatigued, we take a flat 17 check, and on a success, we aren't. All monks get Adamantine Strikes, which essentially lets your strikes be treated as adamantine, and Graceful Legend, which makes you legendary in your defensive skills. At level 18, take the class feat Diamond Fists. Diamond Fist makes our unarmed attacks gain the Forceful trait, and their weapon dice goes up by 1 step. So instead of doing a d6, we do a d8. At level 19, we get our final skill increase, so become a legend in acrobatics. The general feat we're going to take is Prescient Planner. Mario seems to always have what he needs to have at a certain time, so this feat essentially lets you make a deal with the GM to say that you had this item that you had bought a long time ago, all along. And all monks at level 19 get Perfected Form. On your first strike in a turn, if you roll lower than a 10, you can essentially just treat the attack roll as a 10. Finally, at level 20, we're going to get our final ability boosts. These boosts are going to go into Strength, Dexterity, Wisdom, and Charisma. The class feat we take this time is Golden Body. Our unarmed strikes get Deadly D12, and we have Fast Healing 20, causing us to regain 20 HP at the start of each of our turns if we have at least 1 HP. Mario isn't particularly known for self-healing, but there are so many abilities in all of the games that essentially let you heal yourself. And also, Mario 64, jumping into pools to heal yourself has always given me that kind of feel, so I went ahead and went with it for this build. If I'm gonna be honest, I had a hard time choosing a final skill feat, but I like Aerobatics Mastery. Mario ends up flying in so many of his games and adventures that I feel like the ability to gain a +2 circumstance bonus to acrobatics checks to maneuver in flight would be pretty useful. Alright, with all that, let's see how we did. Mario at level 20 has 288 HP and an AC of 43. He has a +32 Fortitude save, +31 Reflex save, and a +28 Will save. Mario is doing 1d8 +12 with his fists, And with his maul that he's been carrying this entire time, he has 1d12 plus 12, 32 to hit on both of them. Now, as far as gear goes, Mario is a very consumables-based character, so you're probably going to be spending a lot of time in shops buying a lot of things for Mario to use on several of his adventures. If I were to give him some sort of permanent equipment, it would probably just be the Boots of Bounding, giving him +2 to athletics checks and higher jumps. A little bit more speed as well. With Mario, you're probably just going to be mauling the enemies with your maul that you've definitely put runes on at this point, right? You're a big damage guy, so you're going to be jumping around the battlefield and stomping on enemies left and right. Just try not to get hit too many times, you don't have the most HP. Alright, we'll put Mario on the character selection screen and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really does help me a lot, and I want more and more people to be able to see this video and be convinced that, yeah, Pathfinder is definitely the TTRPG for them.